Alright, we're back in Spore, and today I get to continue that playthrough. Wonder... Oh, right. This is what I come back to. Oh no. Hello, Internet. We're back. I hope you had a nice weekend. It's currently Sunday, as of recording this. Don't look at me like that, please. It's currently Sunday, as of recording this. However, I am currently recording this so that way, hopefully, all week next week we can have one video a day. That may change varying on how long these episodes end up being or how quickly I reach like the end of the game. I don't know. I'm basically gonna sit down and record most of, if not all of, the rest of the Spore content, or at least maybe up to tribal stage. I don't know how long that will take. We'll see. But yeah, it's currently, what time is it? It's like 10:30 in the morning. I'll probably record until about noon-ish, and we'll see how many episodes we get out of that. So, without further ado, let's actually get into the meat and potatoes here. Last time, we had just had our first migration event, and so we're going to just sort of scuttle our way along the little convenient path that has been laid out for us. And, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our way to our new home, past all the people we killed, and one of the people that we... Hey, are those bones? Those are bones. Hey, look at that. The Kawkusis accept your tithe. Of a new foot. There we go. There is a very perturbed looking... I don't even know what the hell you would call that, but it's angry, and so we're going to kill it, because that's just how we roll. I generally... how do I explain my usual philosophy when playing this game? Unless I'm actively trying to befriend everybody, usually what I end up doing is I end up, just anything that is initially aggressive to me, I just kill it. Because, I mean, let's face it, that's how, presumably how animals in the wild would do things, and so, if I find myself in a particularly hostile environment, then I'm going to be particularly hostile to the environment right back. It's kinda one of those things that I always find... Alright. I find to be very understandable. Hey, we have a... It's one of those things that I tend to like kind of joke about a lot when it comes to like sci-fis, where it's really obviously like a kind of more environmental message, but they frame that like, oh, humans have no oneness with nature, and I'm like, no. You see, humans, we less have a oneness with nature, and more we have a mutual understanding. We try to kill nature, and nature tries to kill us. Whoever wins that fight, that's just kind of, flip of a coin, depending on, who's outnumbered. Oh, they're angry. They're angry and very strong. I think we're gonna just kind of skirt around them, and, come back later when we are stronger. Because, yeah, they're not gonna... Oh, apparently we're quite hungry. Oh, hey, look, what are those? I see. It's me. Right, I forgot I made these. It's me, and they are angry. They are very angry Igzoos. Does this mean I have to change my profile picture and channel name after I, After I kill those guys. You know what? They can live for now. These are also incredibly hostile. Okay, I guess we're just moving into a rough neighborhood. You know what? Sneak, 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 sneak. Okay, yep, nope. We're just gonna get the hell out of here. That's what we're gonna do. Right, is there anything here that doesn't want to kill us? Okay, they're friendly. These guys are also friendly. Good. Okay. How strong are they? I don't know. They don't look particularly combat oriented. Yeah. Okay, so we're not like completely surrounded by people who hate us. In fact, we may want to make some allies, maybe. You know, just have somewhere we can go back and heal up when we inevitably get just murderized by all the things. Ooh, look, bones. Lots of bones, actually. Nice. Alright. And here we are. Yeah, the nice thing about these migration events is that they make nice little kind of just natural breakpoints in the videos. Although probably I'm going to end up recording like at least all the rest of Creature Stage. Future generations will be born here. Yes, and as a result of this, we become more larger-brained. Yep. I don't think that's where our brain is, game. I like to imagine it's actually pointing at the egg. The egg is the one that has gained the intelligence. We have, sapient eggs. Anyways. We should probably get a new pack member. Alright. Dance. I would not call what we are doing dancing. We're kind of just flopping around and vaguely shuffling. That guy's just permanently invisible now, which is, somewhat amusing. Alright. Oh, we have a new hand. Okay. Right, let's like see what all is around. Ooh, big set of buttons. Those usually have some pretty good stuff. I say usually. They're I believe completely random. It's just whatever you don't have unlocked yet. It just kind of. I think that's how it goes. Sorry, I woke up maybe a half hour ago, so I'm still kind of reeling. I'm not a morning person, as probably these early morning recording sessions. I say early at like 10:30 in the morning. That's not really early, but whatever. No, sorry, I do not have time for mating right now. I want to see who this nest is over here, because if it's somebody that we could maybe beat up on, that would make our lives a lot easier because we get some more DNA. Yeah. I guess while we're kind of doing usual creature stage mundanities, oh! Weak things that don't like us. Well, guess what? You're not gonna dislike us for long, because we're about to murder you. Alright. Yeah, so. Yeah, no, while we talk about Mondays, I'll talk about kind of the show so far. Glad to see that a lot of people have been, those people who have seen it have been fairly positive in their reception. I want to give a special shout out to the Reaper, Reaper string of numbers that I cannot remember off the top of my head. That, you know, I appreciate when, okay, if those guys all angry, they are also all angry. Alright, I think we may need to start speccing into a bit more combat-oriented. We were kind of going for a balance of, like, social behavior and combat. And also, before I was sidetracked by things, yeah, shout out to the Reaper. You've so far, I believe, liked and commented on every single episode of this, and I can appreciate that, because it shows that, you know, like I said in the channel intro, if even only one person appreciates this, then my mission has been accomplished. I never really intended for this to become a super popular series. I had no expectation of this blowing up overnight, and it still hasn't, so... But at the same time, I at least have one person who... I don't know who you are. Most of you are people who have recently subscribed to me or people I know over Discord. But you are you're one of the real ones, you know? And as a reward, you get to watch these hideous things perform a courtship ritual, in which we hope to try and maybe make them a little less hideous, because, my god, these things are terrible. Maybe we could try and lose the abomination part of our name. Oh, jeez. Alright. Sorry. Okay. Oh, we've, like, unlocked, like, all the beak mouths. Nice. Well, if we're gonna be doing a lot of... if we're gonna be doing, like, a lot of combat, we might want to... well, we could just keep balanced. This is a possibility, however... I'm not sure. Well, here, let's... oh god, that does not... no, actually, if anything, I think that made things worse. It looks like a... I don't know, it kinda has like I mean, I guess it is modeled after like a chimp, but like, it... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that weird crustacean monkey. Can we maybe pick some eyes that are a little bit less, like, horrid? Does that somehow make it better? Yeah, that actually makes it slightly better. Hang on, maybe if I... like... huh. Yeah, somehow that actually isn't as bad. I think it just doesn't look quite as sad. You know what, let's, like, hike this up a bit. Okay. You know, this is actually starting to work a bit better, I think. Yeah, alright. Let's go to feet. We have some new feet. Speed level 2. Alright. I don't know how these would make you run faster, but okay. No, come on. There we go. We're just gonna wiggle those back down for a minute, and then we'll... yeah, we can rotate these. There we go. Some new feet. We need some grippers with some actual, like... we need some grippers with some actual, like, fighting capability, or maybe just to give us something with strike. You know, we could just put, like, a really big, like, sort of nose on this, but... I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, actually, you know what? No, let's not. Let's not. You know what we could do? We could have, like, barbs on our back ankles that act like a platypus, you know? Alright, then we can... Okay, but we can get rid of that and have like a... Oh, we're like 2 off. Really? Fine, hang on. Let's put these back for now. Alright. Okay. Let's also work on our colors a little bit. I feel like these colors are a little... off. Let's like... I don't know. Honestly, I feel like maybe just transition to like more of this color. They look kind of moldy, I'm not gonna lie. But no, maybe they have like some kind of weird deficiency of stuff. I don't know what you would call that. It's like the opposite of melanoma. Like, what was it that Michael Jackson had? I think it was just melanoma. No, you know, I have a tablet like right next to me. I'm not going to look it up because this is not an education channel. Damn it. What are we gonna call this? We're gonna call it Kawkusis. Albinus. The I don't know. The local yeast analogs have moldered our skin a sickly white. Whiter? White. There we go. These spore creatures, they suffer. They suffer greatly. Alright. Their faces look at least a bit less, like, suffering. They look at least a little bit more jovial. I don't quite know. I think it's the eye position. Alright. So I guess now we have to go on a grand adventure to, improve ourselves somehow. And, yeah. Oh, what the hell is that? That's a rogue. Let's not mess with that. We can barely handle the local wildlife. You know what? Let's make some friends. Let's just befriend these local pairs. Hi. We are horrible squid creatures. Squid crab monkeys. Alright. If they just keep dancing, we may actually succeed. Yeah! Let's just keep dancing and it'll be fine. Yeah. See, look, we're friendly. We dance. Also, you wouldn't mind if we took these, would you? I don't know where in your body these bones would be located, but... What the fuck? What the hell? Why are we being attacked by some mountain grogs? What the hell? Where did that come? Where did those come from? Alright. No, friendly. Hi. We're here to be friendly with you. Yes. Hi. Oh, we already befriended you, so you're not gonna actually, like, let us... Okay, here. Hi. Yep, alright. Dance. We dance. Oh, we can dance if we want to. We can leave those friends behind. That's charm, yeah? Okay, we're actually better at charming than them. We are more charming than you. Clearly. Pixar pear versus a horrifying squid creature. Alright, we're now allied, so we can at least heal with our nest now. Here. Alright. We're just gonna charm your pants off. You're not actually wearing pants. Come to think of it, neither are we. But, you know, it'll be fine. There you go. Yeah. Why is there dramatic music? Oh no! Chicxulub is upon us! We must flee! Scuttle! Scuttle back into the ocean! It is the only place that is safe! Actually, I believe if you just stand directly in the middle of your nest, you're just safe. Wow, we're like perfectly shaped, just like fit on the nest. It's like actually really good. Of a few instances I think I've seen where the nest actually seems like logical for the creature that is living in it. Alright, it's safe. What was that? Oh, it's another Igzu. Igzu is eating one of the mountain grogs. Alright, hang on. This one Igzu seems to be like wandering off on its own a lot. No? Okay, maybe not. What's your like social ability? Are we gonna be able to like get you guys to like us? Maybe not if you do that. Okay, we seem to be equal with you in charm, so that's good. I don't know. I used to basically know, just from looking at a creature, what they'd be good at or what they'd likely do, but those years are long behind me. Like I said, I used to be just obsessed with this game back in like 2012. Or, actually, what? Yeah, it's about 2008 when it first came out, wasn't it? So, I remember for my birthday one year, my dad just said, hey, I got you, because he had already bought the game because he was a very avid like player of The Sims, and so when he no, okay, this may be a bit harder than we thought. Hang on, we must summon reinforcements. I'm not gonna question how we do this, like how these guys know when to show up, but alright. Right. You have summoned flies upon your home. Be friends with us. Yes. Yes. I don't know if I would be more charmed by creatures summoning bugs to plague our homes, but yeah, what do I know? And right. Hi. I just hope these guys are up for a fight afterwards, because we got some Igzus to take down afterwards. Alright. Now we're gonna... You know what? It's time to actually hang on first. Yeah, we can feast upon their corpses when we're done. Hang on, they're not Oh jeez, they are. It is an absolute mosh pit. Come on, get him! One of our pack members is already dead. Oh, I've been stunned. Oh no, they hurt. Ah, why did I create this guy so strong? Ah. How do I? Is there even a kid like trying to murder us? Holy shit! No, come on. I didn't even know if that was an achievement in this game. Ah! Ah, I'm dead. Now here's to see if causing a death will cause the game to crash. I'm not sure if it will. Also, yes, I did see the achievement called General Custer. Yeah, alright. Rub it in, why don't you? Nope, it seems like the game is still, functioning as intended, although we've lost a small amount of DNA. Right. Well, we need to get some friends. In fact... Hang on, I'm gonna, like, grab you to be in my pack, right? And then... We're gonna... Alright. Yeah. So, I think what we ought to do is maybe get a little bit more combat ability under our belt. We were kind of... Just more health, honestly. Having more health to just be able to withstand some of the more vicious stuff. Because once we migrate again, I think it's only going to get worse. Right. So what do we have here? Honestly, just having more, like, higher levels in both actually doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Think about that. Honestly, we need to work on, like, our other stuff. Okay, we're gonna, like, make ourselves be a little bit taller again, I think. Alright, we're just gonna, like, keep... There we go. Bring us up off the ground a little, at least. Okay, these give us more... Actually, you know what, let's take off the whole arm. Let's give us some, like, slightly better-ish arms, ones that aren't so noodly, I think, if we're gonna have, like, a proper, like, set of hands. Yeah, there we go. Have some more health, at least. I didn't get any better feet. Weapons. Yeah, we got some better weapons. In fact, you know, we can take those off, and we can have... mandibles. We can have, like, little mandible thingies, like, kind of below our... Yeah. I think I'm gonna start slightly shrinking this eye down and have it just become sort of vestigial. I also think I'm gonna move... These are gonna start migrating towards the backside. It's going to be a rare creature with 2 anuses. That's a very odd, we're gonna have this on the end in order to, kind of condense things down. Thinking of what else there is that can be said about this. I would love to be able to get some more health, and I guess the best way to do that, to get the game to give us more health items, would be to just start putting, like, more... Yeah, like, say we were to just do, like, this. Have, like, a big, bony plate on our head. But, let's work on the coloring a bit more. I think the dots aren't quite doing it for me. What about this? This is... That, but, like, paler, maybe? I'm not sure. Any other, like, similar... No, not really. Yeah, no, let's just let's stick with this for now. Yeah, alright. And we're gonna call this Albinus Gladius. There we go. So the albino gladiator, and we're gonna change the description after after much hardship, our forms have hardened and become more capable of withstanding both the cruel pull of gravity and the gnashing fangs of those around us. That is a very long run-on sentence, but I do not care because I'm not a professional author. I once had dreams of doing that, but I don't anymore. I think I gave up on that idea after about the 50th night that I just sat staring at a blank Word document. Not really able to put any of the grand vision I had onto paper. I am turning that setting into a D&D campaign, though, or like a TTRPG setting, so that's a thing. Little window into what I've been up to over the last 10 years, but I've been away before I started doing, you know, the few Ixu chatters within this series. Alright. So let's get... Okay, no, you're already with us. Okay, you. Come here. No, no. Alright. Let's get a buddy. Alright. And we're just gonna find... Where are those Ixus? I know I can't compress the Ixu. I'm going to kill the Ixu. I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to wipe them from the record. They will only be known as fossils. A footnote, the grand tale of Kawkusis supremacy. I don't know. I'm very, like... Alright, hang on. If we were to, like... summon a flock... get something a little bit more, well, I was gonna say more combat-oriented, and then they just summoned, like, a bunch of butterfly cats, which, come to think of it, I think they have about the same level of strike as us, so who knows, maybe they, Oh, come on. Okay. Hey! Oh. Ah! This is a little awkward. Just ignore the pile of dead friends. And dead enemies. And dead, like, everything else. Well, on the upside, this does mean that if this pop-up will go... I should really just set myself to Do Not Disturb or whatever on Steam when I'm doing this. Well, our brain is evolved, which means we have more health, and also it now means that we could probably actually take these guys in a straight fight relatively easily now, because we have more health than them. At the same time, however... Oh, well, yeah, straight fight, but when they all fucking jump on you like that, it's like... Why... Nobody fights fair nowadays. Oh, hey, we won. Cool. Oh, Ixu has been eradicated. Time for a celebratory lunch of, our allies. They look weirdly... when they're... No. I just feel bad. I just feel bad for leading them to their deaths against a horrible enemy. Such as the Ixus. Oh well. It was for a good cause. That cause being destroying my Spore representation, or one of them. I've actually built a few versions of Ixu in the Spore Creature Creator. Maybe one day I'll do like a OC breakdown video of like who or what exactly Ixu is. So I feel like that should be people who know me will know what that is. It's quite fun. I see. Right. I'm gonna institute mating, although I don't think it's really gonna matter too much, given that this is just gonna mainly serve to, yeah, you wanna, like... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, we can, like, kinda take a moment to, tweak our design a little bit, and then also, it's probably going to be the next migration. I'll probably break off the episode at that point, and then we'll resume when we hit the trail, so to speak. Yeah, I think that could be a bit of fun. So is there anything we can really do to, like... Oh, we actually do have a new spit organ, although we don't have enough money to afford it. I think even if we sell the old one. We do have this, which will give us some more health, and by that I mean it'll give us, like, the same amount of health. But, actually, what is giving us our current health boost? It's our feet, isn't it? Yeah, it is. No, it's not our feet. What is it? Is it our hands? It is. Also, apparently, we have too many parts. So, that's a thing. I didn't think this creature would be that close to hitting the design limit. Oh well. I mean, we're at a pretty, like, what will be a likely finalized form already, because we're not exactly... We're pretty close to probably beating the creature phase, so... There comes a certain point where it just kinda, you know, snowballs. Alright. Yeah, honestly, I think we're just gonna... actually, you know what, let's change our thing a little bit. I think I want to have, like... a more, like... Not green, though. That more like a white... Then the coat can be, like... more of a grayish color? Maybe... maybe more like that? No, actually, that's kinda... Well, maybe if we did the detail differently. Like, let's say we had the detail be like... this, but in gray. It's like trying to figure out what all needs to be colored what. It's not terrible. You know what? Let's see how I feel about that when we continue. Yeah. But I believe, since it's taking a while to load, yep, this is the migration. So, as our newly evolved, slightly less horrendous creatures like make their way off into the distance, I'm gonna say that this is the end of this part, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. No, I'll just be here taking care of the babies. Don't worry about it.